following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Jets and the Commanders coming up next.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee.
And off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game.
And a look here at the veteran under center, their seventh-year quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Daniels.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Washington going to send out their punter.
He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you got the biggest game of your life to win.
Here's Williams.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Williams with a little touch pass forward.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Hall.
A beautiful fake.
Oh, that one well designed as they'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude, and I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
To the air, Williams.
He finds his man, complete. That's Moody. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Offense.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here,
Still
a passing
3rd down.
play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
From the gun, here's Williams.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Ayuk goes in motion. From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To the air goes Daniels. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
To throw, Williams.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd down and 8. To throw, it's Williams.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Working out of the gun, Williams.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Looking to throw is Williams.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Straight ahead is Hall.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Caleb Williams,
an 8-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it's 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Daniels looking to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down.
Now Daniels.
Connects it to Roberts, right side. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the Jets are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. That'll do it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 65. Still 3 more to play until we crown a champion.
10-zip our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back and ready to go for the second quarter now at Super Bowl 65. Back and ready to go for the second quarter now at Super Bowl 65.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Play action. Now Williams
fighting through pressure.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
31 yards.
And the Jets continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. On the bootleg, it's Daniels.
Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
They'll give to Hall.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Hall ought to give up the middle.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively.
And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Off the play fake, Daniels.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Drake Jackson
in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Here's a give to Hall.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 30-yard line. Operating from the gun, Williams.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. On play action, here's Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
In motion left goes a tight end.
Williams going to look to throw again.
Over the middle, complete. It's Moody. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
At the 5-yard line.
Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight.
And that's caught by Landry. Touchdown, Jets.
2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Jets are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. And the Washington offense going back to work. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
In motion goes the tight end.
Here's Daniels. That one complete to McConkey.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Two minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Throwing now is Daniels. To the left side, he's got McConkey.
And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's got the hook up downfield to McConkey.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Ladd McConkey,
50 yards.
And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make it 24-7. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
And New York set to take the field. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
To the air, Williams able to hit his target, Lamb.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Here's Williams.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. In motion, the tight end.
To throw, Williams. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing is Williams. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Williams. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Palmer. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on, so plenty can still happen.
And this one quickly to Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A handoff for Hall. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now 2nd and 5. Looking to throw is Williams. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run here with Hall. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 108 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From the gun, here's Williams. Caught, it's Wilson. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Looking to throw. Williams. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Here's Hall. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll go play action here with Williams. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So that will push them back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
To throw is Daniels. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Running left, it's Hall.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Williams.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Williams. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go on the next drive for Washington. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Daniels looking to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Now Daniels.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Play action, now it's Daniels. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
To the air goes Daniels.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. Touchdown, Washington. Brandon Ayuk, 31 yards. Daniels going to try and throw for it. And the Commanders get a bit closer.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Landry brushes him off.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Now Williams throwing to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 2. Play action. Now Williams. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Back to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Open man, it's Palmer.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the Commanders' 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down.
The final quarter here on the biggest stage of the biggest game of the year.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
One more quarter remains now in Super Bowl 65 as we welcome you back to live action.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, Daniels. Now this one finds McConkey. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
13 yards on the play. And the Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Roberts. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Here's Daniels.
It's caught by Roberts. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Throw here's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
That is caught. And he's going to have a Commander's first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
The slot man in motion right.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Roberts got it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Daniels. It's caught outright by Graham. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Brings up 4th and 1.
Daniels going to throw for it. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
On the bootleg, it's Daniels. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Ladd McConkey.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To the air, Williams.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Well, he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
To throw is Daniels. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now Daniels. Over the middle and caught by McConkey.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Daniels looking to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Roberts the man in motion.
To the air goes Daniels.
Connects it to Roberts, right side.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Play action, now it's Daniels. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
They go play action. Daniels.
He finds his man, complete. That's Robertson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back to throw again.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Daniels. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Ladd McConkey
with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's Williams.
And he rifles one incomplete. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
They run it with Hall off the option.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Try to take this home. They'll run.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts.
That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
On third down, here's Hall. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical third down here.
He'll look to throw. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And the New York Jets have won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy will be in the Big Apple. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etched their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Commissioner Goodell going to hand the Lombardi Trophy to the New York Jets. On top of the world, they are your Super Bowl champions. So that'll do it for another remarkable season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Charles Davis, all of our crew, for all of you at home, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll do it all again come the fall. Till then, good night from the Super Bowl.